Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on YouTube forever. And we're gonna talk about the Heat. They beat the Rockets 115 to 105. This was the first time they played against each other the entire season, and the Heat won it. So they also play again later this year, and that will be the last one. The Rockets can tie it or lose the series. It don't matter that much, but it does depend on how the standings will be and the seeding will be depending on who win that one, because the Heat needed this win. They already eighth in the East, and they had a chance to go down even further if they lose a couple more, but they won this one, so that's good. They're 32 and 29 now, and 18 and 11 at home, which is a decent record. And the Rockets go to 37 and 22 and 17 and 15 on the road. Miami won the first quarter 32 to 28, but they lost the second quarter 24 to 19 to the Rockets. But they won the third quarter 34 to 31, in the fourth quarter 30 to 22 to beat the Rockets by 10. The Rockets, all their starters ended up scoring in double figures in points. Kevin Wayne Durant led them, though, with 32. He played 37 minutes. He was 12 of 20 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He also grabbed 6 boards, had 8 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a +5 and plus minus. His entire team kept moving without the basketball, kept cutting, kept getting open and relocating. And then it was just up to Durant. Do I want to score? Do I want to pass? He did a good balance of both. He wanted him to knock down more threes than he did tonight in the next game. He's a good three-point shooter, so he should be shooting better than what he did in this one. That would probably be the only knock for him on this game. And he was really fighting defensively. He had to like the fact that he cares out there and he wants to help this team win. He felt like he was a good piece for this team, and we'll see what they can do as the season continues to wind itself and the playoffs gets to start. Who gonna really step up and how they really gonna play, against elite competition consistently, and that's what the playoffs is basically gonna be for a team like this that's in the middle of the pack in the West. Tari Eason, 36 minutes, 10 points. He went 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. He had a nice putback in this game that I like, although he did still finish with 4 offensive rebounds. He finished with 11 total, so a double-double for him because he ended up having 10 points. He wasn't as efficient. He missed a lot of easy ones, too. And this one, he did do a good job of finding his teammates and keeping the ball moving, though, with 5 assists with only 1 turnover, too. That's good. He also had 1 steal and 3 personal fouls and was a -15 and plus minus. Alperen Sengun, 35 minutes for him. He had 13 points. He was 16 of 14 shooting from the field tonight. He also misses only 3. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. So he was able to get it done on both ends of the court. He was able to score in the paint. He was able to take some perimeter shots and have as much success as he would like. But the game can be that way. 4 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and a -18 and plus minus. Amen Thompson did a good job of attacking the basket and getting close to it for a majority of his shots. And if he wasn't doing that, he was at the free throw line because he was getting close to the basket. He went 6 of 12 from the free throw line. They needed a couple more of those to fall. And he finished 7 of 16 from the field. You would take it because he also misses only 3, but he still gave you a good enough points with a good enough amount of shots. He also had 11 rebounds, so he had a double-double, 4 assists, 1 steal, 4 turnovers, 4 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls. It was a -18 and plus minus. Reed Shepherd, 36 minutes. He had 14 points. He went 5 of 14 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3. So he didn't shoot the ball that great. He also didn't shoot it too terrible tonight. He just wanted to give them some spacing and some decent playmaking and scoring. And he did have 5 assists with no turnovers, so that was still good. He also had 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. Jeff Green, 12 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. And this one, he also had the most rebounds off the bench with 4. He also had no turnovers, no personal foul, 2 offensive boards out of the 4. It was a +12 and plus minus. Dorian Finney-Smith went scoreless because he missed all his threes. That was his only field goals. He did have 2 boards, no turnovers, and a steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a -11 and plus minus. Isaiah Crawford, 1 minute for him. He only was a +2 and plus minus, and that was it. Clint Capella, 13 minutes, 7 points. He tried to finish around the basket, missed a couple, made a couple, 3 of 7 from the field, 101 from the free throw line, 3 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a 0 and plus minus. Aaron Holiday was able to come off the bench and hit a three, but then he missed the other two. So he finished 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 2 of 4 from the field for 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and was a -5 and plus minus. Then Okogie took a three, he missed it. That's the only thing he did tonight in 8 minutes. He finished also as a +1 and plus minus. And then you look at the Miami Heat, they played a short rotation tonight, but all of their starters scored in double figures as well. Andrew Wiggins had 12. He was able to beat him off the dribble and get an and one dunk type of shot when it mattered. He also went 1 of 4 from three, 4 of 10 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Not his best game, but it still was a solid one because he had 6 rebounds also and 4 assists and 3 blocks. And also 1 turnover. He had 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, was a -5 and plus minus. I like what he was able to do out there, for doing a lot of things to help him out as a teammate. He also let Bam shine, and everybody else did too. 35 minutes for him, the most on the team. He ended up being tied with Pelly Larson for that. He also had 24 points. That was the most on the team because he went 9 of 17 from the field. That was the most shots on the team. He went 3 of 5 from three. He kept finding ways to get good looks and get open for him. And then he was knocking them down in this game. He went 3 of 6 from the free throw line. You would like to see him make a couple more there. He did have 11 boards, so he did finish with 20 and 10 in this game. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, showing you that he's a two-way player. Even if he didn't have stats, he was defending real well and finding ways to make them work for their baskets, help out when he could, and find a way to, set some good screens. Not screens, but fight through those things throughout the game. But he did have 4 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and was a +16 and plus minus. Davion Mitchell played 25 minutes. He got some easy opportunities for just taking a shot fast. Like, somebody leave me a little space. Let me take that shot. Let me get to the basket. Well, I know rim protector is there. So he finished 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. Tyler Hero gave them a good boost in that starting lineup, especially because they did not have Norman Powell tonight, and he was able to get a lot of layups and a lot of pull-ups and a lot of stops and pops to go his way. In 33 minutes, he had 18 points, went 8 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. He also had 2 rebounds and 3 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, though, and a steal and 3 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, 0 and plus minus for him. And then Perry Larson was the guy that really stepped up in that starting lineup where you didn't really know what you was going to get from him. In this one, he played a good game and had 20 points and went 6 of 12 from the field, but he went 1 of 5 from three, and he also went 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That was almost half his points right there. So just a good night attacking the basket and also just scoring on the perimeter when you could. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, which was a lot. And he was a +4 and plus minus and had 1 offensive board. Fontecchio, 9 minutes. He went 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3 point line. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, was a +9 and plus minus in this game. He took a lot of shots for the amount of minutes that he played. He just couldn't get any of them to fall in this game. Jaime Jaquez was attacking that basket relentlessly, whether that was in the post or just straight line drives to the basket. It worked out for him. He had 14 points, went 7 to 12 from the field. He missed his only three. He missed his only free throw. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a +6 and plus minus. Khalil Ware played 29 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He had 13 points. He went 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line. He finished with a double-double since he had 15 boards. He's long, he's fast, he's athletic. He understands, how to get to the ball. He knows how to be prepared to box out. He knows how to get the ball and when people are not paying attention to where they at on the court. And that's why he ended up having 5 offensive boards. He also had an assist, a steal, a block, and a turnover, and 1 personal foul was all he got throughout the entire game, which was good and was a +15 and plus minus. Drew Smith had played 7 minutes. He had 4 points because he made a three and made a free throw, but he missed his other free throw. and he had 1 rebound, no turnovers, and a steal. No personal foul, was a +1. And plus minus, Yaka Chonis, 12 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a +7. And plus minus, the Heat shot 50% from the field, while the Rockets shot 43%. The Heat shot 35% from three. The Rockets did take more threes, but they only made it at 25%, which is bad. 70% from the free throw line for the Heat. The Rockets shot 67%. They usually shoot a little bit better than that, but not tonight. Both teams shot 47% from the. Both teams ended up having 47 rebounds, 22 assists, 26 for the Rockets, 13 turnovers for the Heat, 11 for the Rockets, three steals for the Heat, 6 for the Rockets, 4 blocks for the Heat, 2 for the Rockets, 14 offensive rebounds for the Heat, 15 for the Rockets, 33 defensive rebounds for the Heat, 32 for the Rockets, and both teams had 18 personal fouls in this one. Although, like I said before, the Rockets shot more free throws, but it didn't matter. They made that a worse percentage. So, close game that got away from the Rockets. The Heat played some solid defense. They made them take contested shots. The Rockets were still good enough to get whatever they wanted. They was good enough to make a lot of them anyway. But that's the purpose of going against professionals. You know, they're going to make it hard. They're going to make it difficult on the defensive end. And they're also going to make it hard to be able to stop them. But the Heat found a way to do it enough and also make more shots than they did. And just also get a lot more easier shots than they did. And then when it mattered most, a lot of their players just continue to play their game and step up, you know, and make the shots that matter, make the plays defensively that mattered. And that ended up just being a small difference in this game that allowed them to be able to close out the Rockets. In this one, you would think that Şengün and Kevin Durant would find a way to get enough quality looks to be able to stay in the game to win it. But it ended up being the Heat that ended up doing that, and they did it good enough to win. You know, they played real good the entire game. They never really got down by too much, and they never really ran away from the game, you know, throughout the first 3 quarters, but they was able to get it done real well in the fourth, and that's the one that matters the most. And if you're going to play your best basketball when it matters the most, that means you really was trying to win and you was listening to the coach. You was making the right decisions out there on both ends of the court, and it allowed you to accomplish the goal, and the goal was to win the game, and they got it done. And it sucks for the Rockets fans. They always get in these games where you think that they should win it or they should be able to figure out how to get it done on both ends of the court, but they just fail to do it. And they've been doing that all season. You know, they still have a great record. They still going to be a tough team to beat if they make the playoffs with how the roster is right now, or if they improves a little bit more with their chemistry. But other than that, this has been a letdown game. Like, we should have won this one. We was in it. We had the lead. We just couldn't close it out, even though we had probably the better starters. And, you know, we probably had the better two-way players on our roster, too, in that starting lineup. But, you know, it didn't matter in this one because the Rockets ended up losing it. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.